Hello, this is James Neesmith of the West Broad Church of Christ in downtown Richmond, Virginia, coming at you once again with another 2 minutes to win it. Well, you probably know by now that on this past Saturday, there were protests and marches across this country. As a matter of fact, in some 500 cities, more than 3 million people, I think something like 3.3 million people, protested just because they were sharing the frustrations and the ideas and the concerns of their heart. And while there may be many people that disagree with those protests, we have to remember that protest is, it's in the fabric of our American society. This country was founded upon protest. The original colonists, you might remember, they were dissatisfied with the way that they were being treated by England, so they protested that treatment, and the United States of America, that's how this country was born. So we celebrate protest, but I would say to you on today that you don't have to go and join a large group to protest. You can protest right where you are. As a matter of fact, with Amos chapter 5, verse 24 in mind, when he talks about letting our righteousness roll down like a mighty stream and justice going forth like waters, when he makes that reference about the pervasive nature of righteousness and justice, you can protest right in your community. You can protest in your classroom. You can protest on your job. You can even protest with a friend on Facebook. Let's protest in different ways, though. Let's protest loneliness. When you see someone, of course, who is isolated, they are by themselves, they seem to have no one who is interested in them or their lives, why not connect with that person? Let's protest blind partisanship. Get to know someone who believes different than you do politically, understand their views, and perhaps they can better understand yours. And who knows, a great conversation and a good relationship just might result from that particular endeavor. Let's protest stereotypes. The only way to break a stereotype is to get around another type. So find someone who is different than you in terms of their perspective, in terms of their race, in terms of their culture, maybe even in terms of their language. Get to know that person so that you can learn and the real person, and not just the caricature that is often presented in our hearts and in our minds. And most importantly, friends, let's protest sin. And the only way that we can protest sin is to live like Christ, share the word of Christ, be examples of Christ, so that we can shape this globe for Christ. And I guarantee you, my friends, that if we protest in those ways, we will see changes that we've never seen before. Again, protest is a good thing. And I'm glad that the people protested on this past weekend. I'm glad that the original colonists protested, or we wouldn't have this nation today. But I submit to you that we have to continue that protest right where you are, doing what only you can do, and let's make a difference that we can see and that our children can see for generations to come. This is James Neesmith of the West Broad Church of Christ in downtown Richmond, Virginia, inviting you to be with us this Sunday at 10:30 for our worship assembly, or Wednesday evening at 6:30 for Bible study. It will be so good to have you with us. You stay faithful, and let's continue to make great things happen in this great nation of ours.